Hi, everybody. Welcome to Phil and Dave's Excellent Adventures. Just Dave here. Today I'm talking about the movie Emily the Criminal. This is going to be a spoiler review, so if you are concerned about spoilers, I suggest you go and watch the movie first before you watch this review. So, Emily the Criminal is a movie starring Aubrey Plaza. It's about a woman named Emily who is a criminal. No, she has a history of domestic assault, and so she's having a hard time finding a job, and so she ends up getting caught in a sort of a credit card scheme. So, as far as what I liked about the movie, the cast overall was good. I like Aubrey Plaza. Theo Rossi as Yusef, I liked. Jonathan Avigdori as Khalil, his cousin, I thought was good as well. I liked Megalyn Echikunwoke. Megalyn Echikunwoke. That's not how you say that. As her friend Liz, and Gina Gershon as Alice, Liz's boss. All of them I thought were really good. I enjoyed them. I thought their performances were solid. I like the opening. It really kind of set the tone for the character and kind of like gave you a good introduction to the character of Emily. John Billingsley was the office manager. I liked him. But yeah, I like how he sort of like catches her in the lie, and then she's like, "No, I'm not going to, play this game." Kind of it was a good way to sort of introduce the character, I thought. So, and all the stuff with the job search, and trying to find a job, and knowing about her past and everything, and how it was difficult, I thought was interesting, and definitely true to life, and definitely kind of thing that I'm sure a lot of people are like. I've seen it in other movies before. I can't exactly remember. Maybe like Monster, or I think there's a movie called Sherry Baby with Maggie Gyllenhaal that was like that, or something else. I can't remember in particular, but yeah, something I've seen before, but definitely resonated with me, and I'm sure with a lot of other people as well. I like when she steals the car. That was a great scene. You got to see it. It was a very suspenseful kind of scene as she's like about to get away, and the guy's like, "Hold on a second," and she drives off. That was great. The stuff with the dog sitting again, really good scene. Obviously she broke the rule that the guy told her, which don't bring it to your house, although it was her friend's house, I guess. But maybe she thought that was a good exception. But yeah, and then she went after the people and she got him, and she got the dog back. So that was great. The whole scene where she interviews with Liz's boss, Alice, and she tells her it's an unpaid internship and she's gonna have to work there for 6 months, and then they'll talk about maybe paying her, and her response was just, I can't not make money for 6 months. I don't have that option. That's very much true to life. A lot of these opportunities, you either have to have money already, or a spouse, or someone, family supporting you, to even kind of do these kind of things, which is why it's hard to be poor. Yeah, overall, I really liked the story. I thought it was an interesting story, and I thought it made sense, and it really there's a lot of real true life parallels that I think echoed and resonated well with me. So yeah. And there's this sort of mom scene where she meets Yusef's mom that I feel like may have been improvised, because at some point she like messes up something and Aubrey Plaza kind of makes fun of her. And I don't know, maybe that was supposed to be in the script, but it seemed like it was just kind of an improvised, fun little scene. And yeah, I like that. So what I disliked about the movie, it is a little slow. And by that I mean, like, it's just like the shots, to me at least, linger just way too long. It's just the kind of thing where like they show her at her job, and like it's obviously not a job she likes. It's kind of a boring job, but like they took, to me at least, a little too long with showing how boring her job is. And I get you're doing it to set a scene and to do a thing, but just overall, to me, a lot of shots just kind of lingered a little too long. Like, stuff to me didn't need to be explained as well as it was, at least. Some of the accents were kind of all over the place. Aubrey Plaza was supposed to be from Jersey, and at some points she sounded like she was from Jersey, and at some points she just sounded like Aubrey Plaza. And I mean, that happens with accents. I understand that. But and maybe she played it up in some scenes intentionally, like when she was talking to the boss, who was also from Jersey. And also same thing with Theo Rossi as Yusef. His accent, to me, he does have Palestinian background, among other things, but his accent to me seemed a little fake. Just, I don't know. Now that I have a lot of experience with Palestinian people, I think he was supposed to be, but either way. Yeah, so I didn't really like the music, the songs that they used, at least. The score, I didn't notice too much, but as far as the songs, it was a low budget movie. They didn't have a lot to spend on songs, but yeah, I think I didn't really like. There's one song they play in like the montage that just, I didn't love it. And I understand, like I said, low budget movie, but I don't know. I feel like they could have found a better, unknown, kind of unpopular song to put in there. The movie is a little predictable. I feel like I could have just not really watched this movie and pretty much done the exact same review. It's exactly what I expected it to be, more or less. And it does kind of feel like it's been done before. It just, I don't know. I feel like I've seen this kind of movie before. I can't exactly remember what movie it was, but it does seem like just kind of a pastiche of a bunch of movies that I've kind of seen before. There's this sort of, she's got this assault on her record. They bring it up in the very opening scene. They talk about it again. And then she finally does reveal what it is. And, it was, I guess, maybe a little unsatisfying because A, she reveals it so late. And B, it doesn't really like change her character. It's something that I would think she would say earlier on. And then, she goes through a change and realizes she was wrong because essentially her takeaway was she wasn't, she didn't scare him bad enough. And so okay, and so yeah, it's like her character doesn't really have much of an arc, and I guess in some way I like that because in real life I don't think people generally do have arcs, but it was a little unsatisfying as a story because I don't know, you want to see people evolve and change, you want to hope that you can do that, and maybe it is more true to life if they don't, but yeah, and that leads to the ending where essentially she just became what Yusef was. She's just in South America somewhere, some Spanish speaking country, and doing the same kind of credit card scheme that they were doing over there in Los Angeles. So, okay. And I mean, it makes sense, I suppose. And I guess maybe she's happy because she did say she wanted to go to South America if she didn't have debt. And so I guess, well, she's still got debt, but she's not in America anymore. She's not in the United States anymore. So, yeah, I don't know. But still, I thought the ending was maybe a little unsatisfying, at least for me. So other than that, movie was directed by a guy named John Patton Ford. This is his directorial debut, at least his major theatrical. He did do a short called Patrol, and I think maybe another short as well. I haven't seen those, but it was interesting enough, and it seemed like people like this, and it's doing well. It had about a $2 million budget, I think, and it made about $2 million. It came out early in the year, I think around August or so. Depending, it had a staggered release schedule, but yeah, it's out on Netflix right now, which is where I saw it. So if you do have Netflix and you want to watch it and you've got an account, it's there waiting for you right now. So as far as what I thought about the movie, I liked it, but I didn't love it. It was the kind of thing that I don't regret watching it by any means, but I also don't think I'd be going around, praising it to people and telling them they need to check it out. Unless if you're an Aubrey Plaza fan, I think you get a lot of her, and so I'm sure that people are happy there. But as far as my score on this, I give it like a 7 out of 10. So if you saw the movie, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great night. See you here again next week.